Hello, this is me, Dave, and here is my submission for the AWS and Impetus Hackathon, where we build a real-time sales or a meeting GenAI assistant that stays on your screen, listens to your conversations, sees through your windows, and accordingly provides real-time actionable insights and answers to all of your questions corresponding to the conversation and the screen shared, depending upon its ingested information or its pre-trained knowledge. It's foundational knowledge, it's internal information that you would have provided to it as an enterprise owner or an individual owner, and provides not only answers but also email formats, summaries, contextual informations, and digs deeper into the information or the factual numbers stored in the internal database or in the screen presented to quote you answers. So here is a demo presentation that I'll have with my manager. So hi Kashish, are you there? Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining. I'm sharing the Jordan brand overview on screen. Is it visible?
Let me, how about I pull it up for myself
Yeah,
and
sure.
maybe
Go
I
on.
can
Go ahead.
share up my screen. And yeah, how's this?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah, so I had some questions for you. Let's begin.
Okay,
Okay. So, how would you characterize Jordan's performance last year?
Jordan's performance last year. So let's say if I am scrolling down over here, Jordan ended its 2023 with a $6.6 billion revenue. However, from the data that we have with ourselves, uh, the Jordan brand, a subsidiary of Nike, focuses on basketball and lifestyle products. And at present, if we just focus on last year, that's true. If we have to pull up the data of 2023, we are sitting at $6.6 billion with a YOY growth of 29.4%.
Okay, that's right. Jordan outperformed Nike overall with strong consumer demand and premium positioning. How do you see Jordan's significance within Nike's total business?
That's actually true because Jordan's key product categories include the men's at 23.216 million, 2.3 billion, women's at 9.7, at almost 9.7 billion, and kids at 5.6 billion. While this data is directly which is present in over here, the YOY growth that we have consistently seen is great.
Exactly. Jordan makes up a large chunk of our total revenue and drives brand momentum. Switching to Nike's full year results, how would you summarize their performance?
Nike's full year results had been like deprecating a little comparing to the YOY growth over the last few years up to 2023. We saw a little bit of we had a year on year growth of 29.4%. Yeah, we had a year on year growth of 29.4% with the brand total sale being only for the Nike Jordan being at $6.6 billion. However, uh, yeah. However, the Nike Jordans they provide for a very bigger chunk of revenue for the entire Nike brand, and that is solely because of how we position the brand over to all, be it sports, be it athleisure, or be it just as a lifestyle contribution to the entire industry.
Exactly. Jordan makes up a large chunk of total revenue and drives brand momentum.
Absolutely.
Okay, correct. The full year revenue dropped around 10%, reflecting broader market pressures. Con- Now, regarding the recent quarter, what's your take on their performance regarding the recent quarter?
So for the last quarter,
Yeah, exactly.
that's cool. I have some data over here to pull up as well, and some data that we had done in our own market study, where the net income was $3.2 billion, which was down from 44% from the previous year. The direct revenue were $4.4 billion, down 14% on a reported and a currency neutral basis. Wholesale revenues with $6.4 billion, down 9% on a reported and currency neutral basis. Revenues for Converse up type of sneakers were good. It stayed at around $357 million, but even they were down by 26% on a reported and currency neutral basis. After over here, I had a couple of follow up questions or of like action items that I had made to ask over in the meet today. Like any notable shifts that we can ensure in, or changes in the Jordan's brand distribution strategy, or since Raksha Bandhan is coming as an Indian festival over, how can we boost the sales over to get better traction, and how does the product mix of the Jordan's brand compare to the overall Nike portfolio? There are so much to do and so much to understand over there. That would be great for the meet and everything.
Yeah,